Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video we're just kind of going to bring you this for today, what we got up to. We are at some exciting things today because there is a stock bull coming to the farm. We'll explain more about why when we get that far, but yeah, it's kind of the end of July. We're in a broken spell of weather. The pair of lads are flat out at Slurry, keeping covering the ground that was cut last week. Still more to be done, but just not the weather to do it. Father Phil is doing jobs for my mother while we're in a bit of a quiet spell, and then I'm helping Liv catch up on a lot of cattle work, moving cattle and sorting out fences and stuff like that, and also mulching and tidying. She's just feeding her goats there. Well, anyways, right, the rounds. Shop shed is coming on nicely. I think we have all our mass concrete walls in there now, so the rest of the walls that are going in will be brick walls or block walls. And then at the gable we have a fire exit going in, and then the rest of it mass concrete. So coming on and nicely. Last night there as well, we finally sold the two old mowers, the Covernan and the old 1350 John Deere. And it's just when we had them loaded, it kind of just came back to me like that was Uncle Ian's outfit, the Covernan, and then I'd always be in the 8-foot John Deere and chasing after him everywhere. You spent the whole summer just trying to keep up with him because he'd go like the clappers with the Covernan. But yeah, but they're both gone now, so we're slowly but surely getting rid of a lot of old machinery that are no longer being used. But yeah, it's just one of them things when you get rid of something, but they're of no use to us. So anyways, we're getting a bit low on meal in here, so we've a bit of barley and oats there to roll. So we'll get that rolled and replenish the stock in the shed to keep the calves fed. Change of plans, as always. It's always a change of plan, isn't it? Anyways, so the pair of lads, the customer they were going to today has cancelled. They're getting some roadways redone or something, so we can't go to them. So we're going to go do a bit of a run yesterday with a lorry drawn in pig slurry to ourselves, and we were agitating up the tank on the new farm, getting a bit out, and we let him leave it full. We're trying to soak into the solid. It's thick. It is thick. There's a lot of silage in the tank, but we are able to dribble it. That's the only flip side to that. So I have to go back up there now and agitate up what's in the tank. It's going to take, this is our third time at it. It's probably going to take another filling and emptying to get it. And they're going to start covering silage ground of our own, but me and Liv also have to move cattle out of the way because we've had cattle out grazing the back swarts, so we have to get cattle moved. So we're going to load up with meal for the calves so Liv can feed the calves while I do the bit of agitating. We also have to sort out our heifers that we want to go to the bull and leave the other heifers behind and get them into separate spots where hopefully they can't mix. That'd be the plan. Here just in, I've finally figured out how to get our agitator into this manhole, go right at an angle, and then I'm able to get the agitator up that side tank and up that side of the tank, so you can do the two halves, so it's not too bad. So there's a load of pig slurry in this, but this side is very very thick. Yesterday I gave it a quick spin, what bit of water was in it, and we got 2.5 load out of it. That was it, there was no more coming out. So there's a load of pig gone in it, so we'll see what we can stir out of it. Whereas the tank, that side, I have the back end of one side of that tank fully stirred, good, where I have the front side to do, but we have to get the slats cleaned off for the cattle coming in and all silage, so we have to get a digger up to do that, and then we have to wash the shed and clean up out the front of it and that. There's a bit cleaning and that to do, but we get these sheds tackled and emptied. That is the plan. Then we have the stacked shed at home to empty, and then that's all our tanks emptied, but we'll have them with pig slurry in them so we have it to spread. If that makes any sense at all. See how this is doing. A little bit too much frothing around the agitator. Maybe I have something in my spout, but we'll go see. We'll see how it's getting on. I knew something was wrong. How about concrete? At least that should go back down the pipe. But when you see all that like gushing up around the agitator, it's usually a sign that the spout is blocked. Oh, it's blocked. Right, we'll get someone to knock it back over. While we're agitating here, because I know there's not enough liquid to agitate the shed, what I'm looking for is the consistency of the slurry that's there, that you can see there, going to a good creamy soup. You know, a good creamy veg soup. That's the kind of consistency I want for dribbling. I know I've got the most out of my liquid, but I haven't let it go too far. If I let that go to good sloppy porridge, it'll be gone too thick for the dribble bar and there'll be lines left. There's very little of the tank agitated, so it shouldn't take too long to get enough done to use up the 6,000 gallons of pig slurry that was put into it. And we lifted another bit of concrete or stone or something, you know, by it bubbling up there. There's no weight on the thing, but she's agitated as much as I want. You can see it there, nice creamy soup there. She's stirred up there now so they can suck all they can out of it. I'll swap tanks and see what's stuck in it this time. And another lump of concrete. That side is all I can get agitated. See how much of this other side I can get done here. There's a good few load of pig in it, so we'll see what we can get done. As you know, one of the downsides to the agitation point like that is you only have really one option up the side. With a normal agitation point, you can go left, you can go right, you can go over, you can go under. With that, you just go up one side. So all you can really do is just keep tinning it and keep firing it. I have about a bay and a half of it moving, still the far end doesn't seem to be moving, so I don't know. It's getting soupy looking. I give it 10 minutes or that, and then I'll pull pin on it. It's just more liquid to try and blast that back corner out because there isn't much option. It's literally just walk in it and fire it up one side. But it's thinner, or it's thicker than it was. Anyways, more or less done now. The lads are just fixing up a few droppers and that before they come up after the last day's spreading. So right, so that's that agitated up. So that'll keep them going for a few hours. Then we have pig slurry in the yard at home in the store, the reception pit, so they'll spread that as well. And we'll tackle the slatted tank at home probably in the next round of drawing it. It's more or less drawing slurry into the tank, agitated tank, put out stuff. Draw in more, put out stuff, draw in more, put out stuff, till the tank gets stuff. That tank on the left hand side or the right hand side, and that's more or less done. Next go of slurry will finish that. The other side, however, it's going to take a bit of backfill to get sorted. We'll probably end up having to draw water to it just to get it done because we'll probably run out of pig slurry to come in to do it. And one reason why we're emptying everything now is so that the next day they're drawn. Yesterday they were drawn to us and we had to spread. We couldn't do anything else because there wasn't the space. But if we empty that and get at home empty, next day they're drawn. It can draw on a good day or a bad day, it doesn't matter. There'll be the space to keep them drawn for the day without us having to spread. Gives us more time, gives us more options. So, anyways, we'll be on back to the yard. Move on to the next job. We're just after moving the calves behind us there and creating a corridor for the tankers to get down to the stony field, as we call it, so they can get by the calves to get that spread, and then spread the paddock we're driving across here and the first paddock. Because I mulched that before I moved the calves, and the first paddock we took up in silage. Where are we going now? Move the bulls in. Turn the fence back on. Yes. Where do that? That's always tends to be my downfall, is forgetting to turn back on fences. We have to go move another batch of cattle for get the ground spread as well. So this bit of silage ground is up for spreading there now. So we gotta get these bulls moved off them. So hopefully they'll follow us. But you never really know. Sometimes they're just looking at us. I don't that my chances now, to be honest. Yes, we get these guys moved on to the bottoms of this farm. So basically just their side, this wire here, there's grass down there for them, then there's more paddocks on that way. So we just get them off and so the lads have a clean run to get slurry out here and we get a second cut off them. 6! Gone! Looks like we might have one. They seem to be following. There's a nice bit of lush grass down here, so be a bit better picking than where they are. Go on! Come on! So they're growing well, so they're getting into good big frames. Frames equals weight. Should be in good order now when they come in October time. Happy out? So next batch up for moving. We have to move across this silage field here, which is ready to cut. So they're going to the just far end of the hedge there onto what we call the bowl. Here's the boys here. So these are the smallest cattle we have. When you look at the because this year everything was separated into weights when they went into the shed, whereas usually there'd be batches. Rather than having batches that had a mix of big and small, we now have batches of big, medium and small. And these are the small guys. And you can really know it by when you go look at the other guys, just how much smaller. So these guys just grazed the back swarts. And this that we couldn't mow, they're rushing now, we get topped and we get them sprayed. So they're moving on that way. So hopefully they behave and go across. And when we go to mow this here, we'll also be mowing the reseed as well out there. Or mowing as much as I think I can without hitting stones. Probably will hit stones, so do it to John Deere. But yeah. Right boys, let's get a move on us. This way. So hopefully they'll follow the gator and I'll just stay behind them. Fingers crossed. The thing is, they could be a wee bit hungry. Hungry cattle don't tend to move that terribly well across fields of grass. Let's get them moved. Pied Piper has them in the field. So on the new farm now, we are down to the last 2 fields to be sprayed, which is the one they're going into now. We're just getting too close to grazing, so we left it, and once these guys are finished out here we'll spray it. It's mostly just thistles. There's a couple of clumps of nettles in it. No, it's bad enough up here, but inside the field it's not too bad. But anyways, them guys have lots of grass. We should probably be mowing this field, but between the dirt and the stones and rocks, it's not worth it. So we'll go on to sort out these heifers for the arrival of a bull later. Bro, hard at it. Bro! Hey! Hard at it. So we're going to go sort out the heifers now. So we'll bring them in here and take out the ones we want, put them across the road onto the silage field, which we've paddock set up on them. And they'll stay there till we're happy, and then we're going to move them on to a different spot where they'll be away from everything. There's no other cattle around them. So, but for now we'll leave them close by, just so we can keep an eye, throw a lot of meal and stuff, and make sure everybody is happy. Anyways, we get to it. Here's the heifers here now. So they're all in, so we got to do our separating. There's a pile of stone in the corner of the yard there, and all you can think of them is jumping over. So the ones that are going to the bull, we want in the bottom. We'll also look at our Charlie heifer there as well. The rest then are staying here for going across the road. So we'll try and get them sorted. But this could be fun. But we haven't had one jump over that yet, but I just do not like the look of them there now. And here we have the heifers to go see this bull that is coming. So we're going to leave them in the paddock just beside the crush here. There's half an acre on it. It's just to keep them there for till we get the bull down. So the other heifer's gone across the road. We'll go load them up when we get a bit of fencing done, move them to a different spot away from bulls altogether. So I'll try and get the other side of these. So we've 3 Angus heifers here, and then we have a Frisian free martin. Now, free martins for anyone who doesn't know, a free martin is a twin heifer to a bull calf, and usually a twin heifer to a bull calf is infertile. But the odd time you get them, they're called free martins. We do get them as luck pennies when we're buying calves. But sometimes, we've had one in the past went in calf. So Liv wanted to give her a chance because she's called her Flower, because she's a flower pattern on the side of her. So Liv wants to give her a chance. She goes in calf, we'll probably sell her back to a dairy farmer. That's what we've done with the last one that we had. But she may not. So, but we've 3 Angus heifers there. 26 months-ish. Something like that. Right, so let them out, yeah. Okay. So, they stay there. Then, we also have the first animal from my granny and granddad's, Delilah, a Charlie heifer. Now, she is supposed to be in calf to TikTok, but we're going to let her out with the bull, just in case he can clean up, in case that she's repeated or anything. So, she's a lovely, quiet heifer. So, just to show the difference, because we have a Charlie heifer at the front. So, you can see, that's your suckler bed Charlie cross. Delilah's her name. Then we have Liv's cow, 1056, the troop that is. Then we have this lovely Angus, black Angus heifer. We have Ted, so that's 1056's calf. He's squeezed. He's a lovely calf. And then we have our Charlie heifer out of a dairy cow. So you can see the difference. So they are the ones going to the bull. So we're just going to put up a wire here. We're going to load the pond trailer. We're going to go pick up the daddy, or whatever you want to call him. On route now to pick up the bull. So yeah, we'll lay on, get him loaded and bring him back and the heifers see the bull. His live is already named Steve. I don't know what his pedigree name is. The live is called him Steve. Are you coming? Come on, boss. Come on. Come on. You get up on top of him here. Come on. Some ladies for you here. Come on. Come on.
Good boy.
Had a long journey. Now, out you go, boss. Here we have a Stabiliser bull. So he's a 3-year-old bull. So he is in good working order. So the ladies are having a good sniff of him. Why have we decided to go down the bull route? Mostly because we were looking at sinking heifers and that, but it just wasn't really working for us. Our AI, a cousin does AI, and he could only AI on a Monday, I think it was. So then we had to try and sink on a Saturday to have the cow done, to then get the heifers done on a Monday. And one Saturday we forgot, the first Saturday. The second Saturday the vet was busy. The third Saturday we were at silage, and I was like, this isn't going to happen. So I said to myself, maybe we should go down the bull route. We'll probably end up with better conceptions and just better everything all around. So Stabilisers, for those of you who don't know, I wouldn't have known a lot about them, but we got this bull from Sean Hayden, so that's where we got him. So he's a breeder down in Tipperary, but we went with the Stabiliser because the Stabiliser bull, for those of you who don't know, are purpose bred suckler bred. They are the highest efficiencies. What Sean was telling us, back in the 50-60 years ago in America, we're trying to breed the most efficient suckler animal that they could. So with eat the less food, do the best weight gain, so the best FCRs, the easiest calving, the most docile, and pole. So he is homogeneous. He's homogeneous something or other, so his offspring should all be polled. And he ticks the box for us on all them levels. So I may get off the road, but yeah, we'll have a look at him later or maybe tomorrow. But we will leave him there with the ladies and let him get well settled into the Longford thistles. Anyways, happy out. The other ladies aren't maybe just as happy, but they're younger ones. So you happy? Quiet?
Yeah, he's rather quiet.
So yeah, we'll check up on them in a day or so. But he has, how many? He has 1 cow and 7 heifers. There's 9 out there altogether, but we have Ted out there, lives cow's calf. So he's his few to work on. So we're going to, hopefully in the space of about 6 weeks, he'll get them all served. One of the other things with the Stabilisers, there's so many benefits to them that I can't even name them all. One of them is a shorter gestation. So I think I was told 200 and oh man, I can't even remember. Could be a week or more shorter gestation than your average kind of a commercial or beef bull. So they have a quicker turnaround, so we should be able to bring some of them more forward to try and keep with the plan of calving them in April. But the plan is to keep them with them for about 6 weeks. So within a 6-week period, we should have all of them to calve next year, starting in April and then finishing in May. So that's the plan. Anyways, we bait on and we'll go on to something else. But yeah, happy Liv?
Yes.
Happy out. We are just out. We're going to go move Steve, the Stabiliser bull. That's why Liv has christened them. And the heifers, they just need their next paddock, so we're going to move them there now and let them out of the wee garden. We'll have them on, have a stick too, just in case. Never be too safe, especially when you don't know stock. But he seemed fine. Like you wouldn't get up out of the trailer. So I'd say we should be fine, but we'll go do our bit of fencing. It is pushed on late in the evening. There was well, you wouldn't say palaver, would you? Just a lot of to-ing and fro-ing. So, but anyways, we're back, all's good. We have some more cattle to move. Was hoping to get mulching, or I possibly still might get a bit of rolling done in the sunflower. Anyone who is watching who is relatively local, you want to take off that wire there? Yeah. Anyone who's relatively local to Longford, who has any farm produce that they'd like, or stuff that they'd like to see in Stewart Family Farm shop for the sunflowers and that, please give us a bell, because we're looking for more stuff to add to it for this year's sunflower and pumpkin patch. So give us a shout if you have stuff you'd like to add to it. So anyways, because later on I might get to roll the paths in them. This upper paddock here, I'm going to mow this first dry day next week, so we'll put these down just past onto the rushy bit that I got. Some of it top, not all of it. I think Father Phil is going to spray it. Oh, we're going to spray. That's someday. No, I'll never run out of spraying because everywhere is so seeded. Anyways, we're going to get these guys moved.
Flower. We've got one chance, Flower.
You're well. She can't do much of her genetics is wrong. She's just genetically predispositioned to be infertile. She can't do much about it. All we got to do now is just put them out here and then out here, and then they have access to their paddock off there, which we're after opening up for them their next move. So, come on, 1056. Here, you going to stand this side with me, you're going to stand there. Steve the Stabiliser. So there's what we have now. And there's Ted coming at the back. There's now your two Charlies. Tell me which one came out of a Frisian cow. Anyways, we'll leave them to it. Just on the 35, we have a 4-foot steel roller behind me. Heavy enough on the so it is. So hopefully we can get around. So going out to the paths of the sunflowers. I'll do the sunflowers first, see how we get on. And if I think we get on well, I'll do the main as well. So it's just to roll the paths, just to firm it up, push down any stones where people walk on. We're just driving across the shop where you see now. Grand. Yeah. It's just not the weight of the tractor. The wheel of the tractor is wider than the roller, so you'd like it a little bit wider, but this is what I need to do. I go around the twice just to get it all level, but to get that main path level. We're walking up the easy way, not the hard way myself. It'll be a bit too much of a pull at the other end of the field, so we're chancing. Fingers crossed, we had grass seed shook on it a couple of days ago. Fingers crossed it's not too sticky that it doesn't stick to the road. We won't be long finding out now. So that's fair, that's not sticking to that. Not to know the pull that's not behind it anyways. So just firm up that centre top, push down any stones. You can't really go wide and wide, so grand. That's the crop of sunflowers. So you can see the odd yellow head behind me. Not a lot yet. So we're not doing too bad time wise. We're just waiting on the sheets to go on the shop. That's kind of what we have to wait to be able to open. So we're a bit off it yet, thankfully. But savage crop of sunflowers. Sunflowers are amazing. They just grow so well. I think that's doing a very nice job there. Push down these stones, firm up the old path. So yeah. I don't think though I'd have got on too well. There's a little bit of a climb. It's a nice walk. It's about 500 metres the outer circle on the sunflowers. There's a shorter route then as well. And the maze, the outside of the maze is 550 metres. And then there's some maze inside that. And the Massey 50 is in there somewhere to be found. I'll put down the camera, just concentrate on what I'm doing when I get through this. But no, that's doing a nice job. A little bit late sticking there now, but I don't think it's too fast. Parked up the tractor there, 35 sunflower patch rolled, just about alright. Maize went up to try a bit, it's too wet. Stopped it. So we're in the farm shop shed, and it is high. We actually, when we put up, like, geez, why are we building such a high shed? And then we remembered why, because that end where you see that foundation there is that's toilets, the office, staff room, and then storage above it. So it had to be 16 foot, so you had 8 foot and 8 foot or something along them lines. Roller door going in there, and then in there we have to put a fire exit, and then we'll be putting in the rest of the concrete. So let's just get this sheeted now, and then the plan is that we'll be operating out of here for the sunflowers. Hopefully then by the pumpkins we'll have the lean-to on it, which will extend out to the base there, and we'll have it sealed. That is our plan. If we can have it sealed for the pumpkins, that the wind doesn't blow through and the rain doesn't come in, I don't think we'll be doing too bad. But this is more or less, it really is, like, now that it's up and it's standing, it's like, it's coming. It's amazing to see, so it is. And it's because of each and every one of you that is watching the videos, that comes out and supports us and all that, that we've been able to pursue our dreams and do this. So big thank you to everyone. So look, I'm going to leave it at that for today's video. If you want to learn more or anything like that, leave a comment down below. And if you want to know when the sunflowers and maize is going to be open, follow Stewart Family Farm on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you are to know more, because that's where we stick up all that stuff. So anyways, okay, I'm going to leave it at that for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it as always. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Wednesday and Sunday, and hopefully we'll see you at the sunflowers and that. But yeah, it's just something coming together. 10 years time, when that's up and the trees are more established and that, yeah, should look good. Anyways, that's it for me. Good luck.